little bit of advice on conservation before I send you off on it. I was born in 1834 in Mount Morris, New York. It was great growing up there, but we had to move a lot. And want to guess why?
Because the family had a too small house.
No. Because of war?
No.
Your father fought in war?
No. Because they gold didn't want it and they had to move around the world.
Well, you're getting closer. Getting closer. The reason being is two reasons. One, my dad was a preacher. And he was an abolitionist. Anyone know what that means? Abolitionist. No? It means that you hate slavery. You just want to abolish it, meaning get rid of it. So the places where we went, this was a time of where slaves were allowed to own. So, but we didn't own it, and we didn't like it, the idea of slavery. So, but people didn't really agree with us, so we had to move around. So for a while, we ended up in Jackson, Ohio. And when I was old enough to go to school, people didn't really like my theories about slavery. So one day I was walking home from school. These boys, they really hated my beliefs of slavery. So they threw stones at me, and I had a bloody, bruised face. So my mom pulled me out of school. And those boys that threw the rocks at me did me a very good favor. Because I had a neighbor, his name was Big George Cookham. He did field study. Anyone here know what that means? No? Okay. It means,
You went out into the wild and studied stuff?
getting closer. It means that instead of going into a school and learning, the world was his classroom. I would say that the rocks were textbooks and like the world was that classroom. And I learned so much stuff about the plants, animals, streams, and I learned a lot of things. When I was 12, I moved to Wisconsin. And I really missed Big George because we were very good friends. So we moved into a farm, and I used his skills that he taught me to work the farm. And then when I moved out of the house at 18, I was a school teacher and taught kids like Big George taught me. So in 1960, the Civil War broke out. My abolitionist feelings broke out too. So in 1861, in May, I enlisted in the Civil War, and I was an engineer. So that April, I was singing for church with this arm. A naval shot my wrist right here. It shattered. I had to get my right arm could not be saved, so they had to amputate from elbow down. That's why I had no arm. And I did finish out my time in the war healthy. And usually, if you get amputation and you live, you're sitting in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Well, that's not how it went for me. So when I got out of the army in probably 95, I think. In 65. I went to be a school teacher, a professor. I wanted to be a professor at a college. So after a couple of years, I decided I wanted to go exploring. I wanted to get out more. So I thought I was trying to go down the Colorado rivers. No one has ever done that before. So I thought it would be fun to try your canoe is gonna sink, and you're gonna either you're either gonna die because you drowned, or you're gonna or you're gonna go down the waterfall, and then the rest, and then or animal bleed in the river. It was very hard, and we did complete it. And I did it again in 1871 and 1872. So, but when I found that river, I thought, well, if people find out about this river, people are going to want to live here to get the water. So I tried to get the government to make laws about this water. They didn't really like that theory. So right now, 2019, that's in about 6 years, that river is to be dry. That's what people think right now. Then, in 6 years, that Colorado River is to be dry. And every week, you probably use a gallon of that river. Every week, you probably use a gallon of that river. So please, use your water wisely.
Very good. Do we have any questions or comments for Mr. Powell?
Did you ever get used to losing your arm?
I usually did.
I liked the way how you asked, do you guys know about this and that? That was pretty cool. Do you know the name of the person who shot your wrist?
No, I do not know.
I liked your presentation because you had a lot to say and you put a lot of detail in it. I like how you asked, like, does anybody know what that means? And like the presentation, like nobody else did that. Okay, how did they like get a big knife and like cut off from the elbow, or did they have to put you to sleep and did it a special way?
Well, back then they would you would drink so much that they would think that you would fall asleep and then you wouldn't feel anything. But they just get a big cleaver knife and cut your arm. That's what they did.
What about a butcher?
I really know. That would be hard.
I have a question. Did it hurt when they did it? And did they use a big knife? And
Yes, it hurt.
and did
You're
they?
searing food.
I don't know the definitions of the word knife.
Look them up. Anything else?
Okay, good comments and questions. Thank you. You've been a great audience.